Well, let's say well done to Swearer's owner, trainer even, Joe Tickle.
Thank you.
Well, you're making a lot of noise there. I think you were in the paddock here. You were obviously very happy.
Yeah, he's quite fractious at home, and he's taken a long time to. The run at Maidesmoor helped an awful lot. Just
that was in a flat race,
only
wasn't
in
it?
a bumper, yeah. James King gave him a lovely ride, and it just helped him realise why we were galloping at home and what we were doing with him. But I put Taylor on him in the lorry park because he's not great to get on.
Right.
And he was the same again today.
So what did Taylor do on him?
He just rode him around the lorry park beforehand because he hunches his back right up and he'd explode. A couple of people he's nailed at home doing the same thing. But he was good today, and then Darren's never even seen him. Funny enough, Taylor schooled him with a GoPro on in the week, and I sent that on to him, and I thought, when your jockey's in Leicestershire living, that's as good as you can do, really, isn't it?
And it was a sort of slightly remarkable performance, because with a circuit to go, he's last of the four. He didn't jump the fence just by the paddock especially well.
No.
And I must admit, I was slightly inclined to think, well, Ed Walker would be winning this with one of the other three.
Well, I said to Ed, I rang him in the week, he's a good mate of mine. We spent a lot of time together on Wilberdick Stag Do, which was good fun, but I said to him beforehand, I said, it's much like the Jockeys Championship at the minute, it's like David against Goliath, me being him here. But I gave Will the offer, and Will was giving us a bit of grief when we were getting on him in the lorry park, telling Taylor to give him a kick in the belly, but fortunately he declined.
And Swearer, is there a good story behind the name?
We've got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old at home, and if not me obviously, but my partner, if you ever hear her swear at home, the kids are straight away on it. Swearer, swearer. I can't remember the rest of it, but yeah.
Well, no. So it's named after her.
Yeah.
After their favourite phrase.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
That's brilliant. So you've come from last to first to win this today, and although only 4 runners, it was probably reasonably competitive. What do you? This will start the dream.
I thought they went a better gallop than I thought they would. He was a bit guessy, a bit brave at some early on, and like you said, he made a mistake here. Just looked like he galloped into that.
I think he might have just left an indent on the.
I think you're right. Yeah, and he isn't a very big horse to do that either.
No.
But with Darren Edwards sat on him and me leading him round, I bet he looked tiny in the paddock.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the fact that you had a really experienced rider on board, you could have had another very experienced rider, but he knows all the tricks of this track, doesn't he?
I called it the Will Biddick race because on entry there was 10 entered, and Will had the option of 9 of them. And he said he was always
including yours.
Yeah, including mine. And funny enough, he's like one of my best mates, and he's never ridden a winner for us. But
he'll be the swearer now.
Well, I thought to myself, if he's not going to ride the horse, who's the best chance of beating him, and who do he find hardest to beat? And I don't think you can take anything away from Darren Edwards' experience. He's ridden a couple of nice ones for us before. And I thought he did a great job there. Yeah,
a couple of moments when he just needed to be in the right place, just making the right manoeuvre, and he did.
Experience is vital, isn't it? You can't count for that.
So Will, and are your owners able to be here today?
So we own, or myself and Danny, my partner, we own the majority of him. Right. And then we've got another gentleman who's a real good supporter of the Paul Emmons, who unfortunately is not here today. He owns some of him as well.
Right. Will he be able to follow on the...
Yeah, he's watching on the live stream, which is brilliant, hopefully. Hi, Paul. Yeah, he's been brilliant, 'cause he's been real patient, well, as have every owner involved with the sport, I suppose.
Of course.
But he knew how feral he was to begin with, and we broke him in probably 4 times trying to get him quiet, and he's just about manageable. But I just in 2 minds of what to do with him now. I see him as a nice little summer jumper through the summer under rules, perhaps.
Right.
But we'll see.
And are you able to train him to do that, or
I'm just doing my licence now?
Right.
Mainly for the reason, like we spoke about earlier, the pony racing. My son Taylor rode here. He's 16. He's going to go and do his apprenticeship.
Maybe at Hannah's, maybe at Baldings, he said.
Maybe Baldings, something like that. And then we love doing the pony racing. We drive all over the country doing it, which is mental because you pick up a £50 voucher at the end of it. We've been to Great Yarmouth and we've been to Carlisle. We've been all over.
Gosh, that's Great Yarmouth. How long does it take to get to Great
Yarmouth?
Yarmouth?
We did
Carlisle, take a long time.
Newbury on the way.
Yeah.
But I just thought we love doing it, and if we can do it with a few horses on the flat for Taylor to ride, and just have a bit of fun with him. I mean,
well, that's the idea of the exercise, isn't it?
Exactly. Hopefully.
And how many modules have you done?
I've done my modules. I've got an inspection, and I've had a pre-inspection. I've got an inspection on Wednesday.
Oh, right.
Hopefully we're nearly there.
So this could be, so theoretically, if you can make him into a little summer jumper,
exactly.
you can
that
do
was
it yourself.
Always in mind. We've got a nice little mare in the bumper final at Exeter on Thursday. She'd be better off going over hurdles through the summer than she would running in a point-to-point. She's not very big. Another Calanisi. She'd be another one that we might tip away with through the summer.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just... we're not gonna be challenging Paul Nicholls for too much, but hopefully it's our passion, it's what we enjoy, and if we can do it with Taylor and give him a couple of winners, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, well done, and say well done to the swearer as well, the human swearer. And well
Thanks
done
ever so much.
with swearer as well, successful in our 4- and 5-year-old maiden here this afternoon, supported by Francis Clark, and we're very grateful to Francis Clark for their sponsorship.